Today we're using clay to make a lily pad. At the end, if you have extra scraps of clay left over, you might want to make a flower, like a water lily, or maybe a fly, just as an extra detail. Whatever you're choosing to add, make sure you put it over towards the side so that you'll still have a flat spot for the frog to sit on. We have 4 pieces of clay. We need to take all 4 of these pieces and turn them into 4 long snakes of clay like this. It doesn't matter how long or short the snake of clay is, but it does matter that it's an even thickness all the way down. So if your snake of clay has a big lump in the middle, you need to roll that out. You put your hands side by side on the lump and press and roll until the lump is gone and it's evened out. If your snake of clay breaks, no worries, just stick the pieces back together and roll on the break, and that should reattach it. Here's how I want you to make these snakes of clay. Take your piece of clay, squeeze it so it's getting long and thin, like a lumpy breadstick, put it on the table, put your hands side by side and roll with your fingers. Press down with your fingers and roll back and forth, and your clay will get smoother and longer. It should be about as thin as your finger. When it's even and has no lumps and bumps, stop and add it to your collection and move on to the next piece. Keep going until all 4 of your pieces have turned into long, thin snakes of clay. So squeeze it out so it's long and thin, and then roll it with your hands side by side. Roll with your fingers, not the palm of your hand. Do that now, and then stop when all 4 of them are done. Now we're going to take these 4 pieces of clay and roll them up like a spiral to make the lily pad. Break one in half, and we'll save the extra piece for details like a fly or a water lily flower. Now, take the end, fold it in half, and start to roll your snake up. When you stop, take the next piece and continue. Keep rolling it. It's rolling up like a snail shell or a spiral. Here's where we ended. We're going to continue. And now we're done. Save the extra scrap for the water lily or the fly or whatever you're going to make. Set that aside. Your lily pad has to go on a wooden board now. If you don't put it on the wooden board, it will stick to the table. So roll it up and put it on the wooden board and then stop. Our next step is we have to smooth out the top. Use your fingers to rub the clay so that the spiral lines will disappear. Keep going, and the top is smoothed out. The reason why we have to smooth out those cracks is air will get into the cracks and dry out your lily pad and might break the spiral apart. This way, when it's smooth, air can't seep into the cracks. Do that now and stop when the top of your lily pad is smoothed. You don't have to smooth the other side, just the top. Do that now and then stop. Now that your lily pad is smoothed out, I want you to write your name with the wooden stylus and then stop. Now that your name is on the back, you can flip it, and if you want to add a water lily flower to it, break off petals, attach them, and to make a center, put dots. If you have other ideas, like if you want to make a little seat for the frog to sit on, you can do that too. Now you're done. Wait until I call your table to bring it up to star table, and we'll put it in the boxes.